Good morning. Here we are, day 10, officially a third of our way in this 30-day flexible body, flexible mind yoga challenge. So for day 10, the theme that we're working with is heal. That's what our practice is themed around, and most importantly, that's what your daily challenge is going to be around. In terms of our 10-minute morning yoga practice, this is going to be really mellow, really chill, no strength or effort required, and also no props needed as well. So keeping this heal vibe in mind, we're really just going to try to soothe ourselves and start the day with a positive mindset by taking care of ourselves as best as we can. So let's begin lying down in Supta Baddha Konasana, so reclined butterfly pose. Soles of the feet come together, knees fall apart. And I'm going to reach my arms up overhead to also invite a gentle opening through my chest, through my arms. And I usually am a little cautious of doing too many reclined poses in my morning classes because I don't want you to fall back asleep. But I also want us to really ease into the day. So take about 5 more breaths here in this pose. And you can start to ask yourself what this one-word intention means to you. What is it that you'd like to heal? What comes to mind when you first think of that? And how can it apply to your day? And if you have your arms up overhead like what I'm doing here, just straighten your arms and really extend, stretch out through your fingertips, lengthen out. And let's bring our knees back up, feet flat to the floor. And we're going to do little variations of bridge pose, not to strengthen or intensify, but really to get a nice rocking motion through the pelvis and to articulate through the spine. So you're going to inhale, you're going to roll and lift your seat up, and you're going to bring your arms all the way down. And as you exhale, your arms will go up and your seat will come back down. And really try to go inch by inch here. Inhale. And exhale, rolling down, mid back, low back, and your seat. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. And lower. Find a little cactus shape with your arms. Move your hips over to the right so that both knees can drop down over to the left. A little spinal twist. Push down into your right shoulder. Let's twist to the other side, lift your knees up, and you might want to move your hips a little bit more towards the left side of your mat. Both knees and thighs drop over to the right, push and anchor down through your left shoulder. Coming all the way back through to center, let's find our reclined pigeon pose. So you can cross your right ankle over the top of your left knee. Reach through with your arms to pull that left knee in. And this is your first option. Maybe you'll want to stay here. Or if you'd like, you can also add a hamstring stretch by straightening that left leg, maybe sliding your hands further up as you pull in. And you might want to also flex and point through your left foot. One more big breath here like this. And let's release, switching sides. Left ankle crosses over the top of your right knee. Pull that thigh in. And maybe you're just holding in this first variation, or straightening your right leg and sliding your palms further up. And same thing, just flex and point. Try to relax your shoulders, your neck, and your head as much as possible here. Stay grounded on the mat. And let's release. Let's come all the way up so you can just rock up to take a seat. Find your staff pose, Dandasana. So your legs are out in front of you, flexing through your feet, pushing down into your heels, and at the same time, pushing your palms down into the floor as you roll your shoulders back. And let's initiate a forward fold from here. We'll start with an active fold, meaning maintain a flat back and just start to crawl your hands forward. This is as far as I'm able to go. It's morning for me as well, so muscles are quite stiff. So it's totally normal to not be going very far, especially if this is your first movement of the day. But I really want you to just feel the length along your spine, and then go ahead and let yourself round and relax into it. More of a passive style fold. Again, you might not be going very far, which is perfectly fine. Every time you breathe out, see if you can get a little bit heavier. One more deep belly breath. And use your hands pushing into the floor to lift yourself up. And now I'm going to give you some options. You're either going to do square pose, which is where we stack our right shin directly on top of the left one. If you know right away this is too much for your hips, you're just going to bring your right shin a little bit staggered in front of your left one. So either option is beautiful. One is not better than the other. Just choose either right shin directly on top or slightly in front. And then we're going to walk our hands forward. So all of us moving into a forward fold here. And you might just be staying up onto your forearms, onto your palms, or you can fold all the way down. So getting deep into our hips here with this pose. Notice if your shoulders are tensing or tightening up, invite them to relax a little more. And wherever you were, we can start to lift back up. Take your time. And let's come back into our staff pose, Dandasana, straightening the legs just to create some space, kind of like as a little counter stretch after our forward fold. And then find either square pose or the variation with your shin one in front of the other. So this time either your left shin is on top or your left shin is slightly staggered in front of the right one. And regardless of which option you've chosen with your legs, we all find a fold from here. Any amount. So officially a third of the challenge done. Thank you so much for having participated so far. I hope you've loved the daily challenges just as much as the daily yoga classes. We've got some Lots of more fun ones coming your way. We still have 20 more days together. One more big breath in here. And push into the floor. Slowly lift up. And just come to take a seat in any way that is comfortable to you. I'm just going to turn to face over here. And before we close, we're just going to do some little half circles, neck releases. So sit up nice and tall, and you're just going to drop one ear to your shoulder and very slowly trace little half moon circles here as your chin goes towards your chest. And then over to the other ear, or to the other shoulder, I should say. Just going at your own pace. Do 2 on each side or in each direction. Try not to round and slouch. Keep your spine tall. So I've got just one more here. And we'll lift our head back up through to center. Let's bring our palms together at the heart. Together we chant Om 1 time. Inhale to chant, breathe in. Om. Thank you so very much, everyone, for doing day 10 with me. Now you're not quite done yet. You still need to do our daily challenge. So you should be able to click on the video either on the screen, or you'll find the link in the description box. And then leave me a comment. Let me know not just how you like this class, but I really want to know how the challenge has been going for you overall now that we are a third of the way through. Thank you so much, and I'll practice again with you tomorrow morning.